Morning, fellas. Welcome back to the Fine and Dandy podcast.
The podcast where two fellas, we're back, we're catching up,
Oh
we're
my
soaking
God.
up, and we're making up. We're not making up beer ratings, we'll see how you go. We're just going to actually get behind the mics and have a good time for once, eh?
Firstly, I'd like to thank Beer Central for letting my brother go to the shop, hand over money in exchange for items and not sponsor this podcast at all. Really appreciate you guys. We've got 3 beers here. We're just gonna do the podcast with beer. We're not rating beers.
Look, we're back in familiar surroundings. You know us. We've actually had how long off?
You actually know us now.
How long have we had off?
We've had hiatus, and I'll tell you why, Dan.
Life does get in the way.
No, life's getting in the way. Dan climbed Kilimanjaro, he came back, and we were just like, listen, we've got a lot on at the minute, we're taking a little break from pod, but guess what? We're back, and Eddie Guerrero is rising from the ashes.
If you know what I mean. He's like a young phoenix. But we're back. We're just going to have a nice little catch-up, nice little sup-up. We might have a little bit of quiz coming up, no, baby?
Yeah, just stay tuned for the whole episode. It's basically...
You know why I've heard that? There's been none of that.
Oh, damn.
Oh, that's really not ideal, Andy.
That really sucks bells. Let me... Oh, hello.
Let me
Wipe it up the pod.
Let me give him a mercy.
So yeah, as we've been away from the podcast, me and Dan have also... Will you just wipe up my mess? Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, go on.
Me and Dan have also been away in the world, haven't we, Dan?
We've been in a few different countries since we actually last did this properly.
We've just been away having a lot of fun, so...
By the way, guys, we still do Met Podcast. This is just his first actual podcast in ages, man. But we're back. We're meeting this time. We're on the horse. We're off it. Horse and bolted. We're
Horse
back.
meaning heroin. This beer is really a nice link. Germany is near Belgium. And we went to Belgium.
What are the chances of having a beer that's even slightly related to Belgium?
Let me say one thing about Belgium.
That's wheaty.
We're going to do a little catch up here.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be ages because we've got a quiz to get into. But tell me about the airport on the way to Belgium and how fucking smashed you were. And how smashed you were on the flight. Well, you were asleep on flight, but I was asleep on flight.
You had a good time on flight. Can I skip right to the end of the trip?
Yeah.
Actually, because that was best bit. Right, so we went to Brussels. I'm going to quickly summarise Brussels for anyone that's not me.
Nice and warm. If you like tea, get that one. Be Essential. Please do sponsor though for the next time because I don't want to have it.
It's actually lovely, even warm.
No, it's
right.
warm.
So, I'm going to summarise Brussels. We went...
Thanks for summarising, Nick. I want to shout out.
No, we can elaborate. But we went there for like 2 nights, 3 nights, but we went late Friday, so straight after work. It felt good.
3 nights?
Yeah, but we landed at like 1 in the morning and got in at 6. You know what I mean?
Every night, every morning we got in at 6 and it was just like, how is my body functioning?
But then, so we went and had a good time in Brussels. By the way, there's no to do in Brussels.
Oh, if you're going to Brussels, I just keep on playing straight across, get to Germany, man's better.
When he says you may now leave the plane over to Brussels, say...
Speaking of, you landed in an airport, which is basically in Iraq, and you've got to get a taxi all the way to Brussels.
Yeah, so what we didn't...
I'm sorry for saying Iraq. I feel like that weren't the nice place to say.
No, but it was quite far away. It probably Iraq distance away.
Istanbul.
So what the thing is, obviously, we booked it cheap, and I'll let you behind the curtain again. So finance-wise, flight like 30 quid, that's because we're flying at 8 o'clock. But it means that we didn't have to take a day off work, we just went after work.
And it also means we've got smeeshed at the airport.
Lovely jubbly. So the flight's 30 quid, obviously we stayed in an hostel, we had his own bathroom, so we were in a hotel, lovely jubbly. It cost us, I think, like 120 quid each to get to, and that would include airport parking to just get to the country and
Must
return.
be the booking fee then, because I transferred down 140, but...
and return. But when we landed, like obviously it's like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock maybe, at their time, because we're now in front, obviously it's on a short flight. It was welcome to Chateau-Papanoff.
It was Chateau de Neuf de Pape airport, it was bullshit, wasn't it, that?
If you book Brussels, doesn't reach 30 quid, you don't land in Brussels.
No, you genuinely done.
It's genuinely like saying, oh, I'm going to Leeds for a weekend.
Yeah.
I'm flying to Leeds. No, you're landing in Newcastle.
Landed Luton. It's absolute bollocks. And when we got there, we were like, right, let's get a taxi. All the taxis are run by mafia. Put a gun straight to your head. You're like, no, let's get bus then, to be honest. It's 483 coming. Get me under that. That was like a ropey start, but I think we got the last bus and we just got smashed on bus, had a good time, got to the hotel. First night, can't remember. We met some nice guys there though.
I've got a video where it's checking out of it. By the time we got to the hostel, because bear in mind it was like an hour and a half trip on bus. I think it was like, we checked in like 2:30 in the morning. And then
No, we did not.
He said they're going to bed. We're like, yeah, cheers, mate, we're just going straight.
Did we really? Yeah. You know what, mate? Right, and we'll get on to binge drinking in a separate episode.
Yeah, because I don't want to do it anymore. Cheers.
Very serious. You were like, have very fun. Yes, I've got a serious problem. I need to get rid of the beer. Anyway, no, I don't remember anything from holidays because I'm too bloody drunk. Oh, we met a Russian bloke with world's smallest cock.
Oh, are you watching?
He might be watching, but he knows.
He's
not like, oh, my cock's massive. Hold on a second.
What's going on here?
What's going on here?
That's
Hey,
what you're gonna
what's
talk
all this about, eh?
So again, there's no to do in Brussels apart from drink.
Yeah.
They actually, so I didn't feel bad for not doing any like Dan Miller stuff like going to see a castle or because there's no castles.
There's one cathedral, took a photo of it, and that's it.
There's just like limes and Irish bars. So I went out, I had a good time. But anyway, what I want to get to is, we just had a nice 2.5 solid days, that's it, in Brussels. And I was satisfied. I didn't want any more, I didn't want any less. I was fine with coming home. Gets back to Shattin-Pappenhof Airport on Monday morning. I want you to tell me about airport. So we just slagged the airport off because it's in the wrong country.
But it's simply the best airport in the world. But I will say, Dan wants me to get to one specific bit, and I will be getting to that bit, just so we're all aware. Even going through security and that, I've never laughed as much in real life.
What happened to security?
Like,
I forgot.
Like,
We're pissed.
it were all bullshit. No one knew what was going on. Then there was that woman who were like rubbing people down, and then like she made out like she was gonna like check somebody out, and then it just didn't. I mean, it was funny as fuck.
You know you lost crowd when I'm singing.
But I lost my voice, by the way, in Brussels, because I was laughing at that moment. So basically, we got to airport, like, maybe looking for some food and that. Then we're like, shall I get a Burger King? Went like grumpy and that, like, what the fuck's sake, we're going home. Went outside.
Well, number one, the fact that you can actually go outside.
What the fuck?
You don't usually get that in an airport. You usually get them like rooms that you can smoke in, like Amsterdam.
Oh, that's BS, that, by the way.
And Brussels. Everywhere.
I thought that was rubbish. Anyway, so I said to the lad.
But then, so he gets this outdoor bit, and it's like, what I can describe as a beer garden. There's this shack, and it sells...
Shag.
There's this shack.
Shag's this way, that's €2.
At first I was thought, oh, it's just a smoking place. We'll just get some fresh air, because obviously I can't be as waiting in like sweltering, sweaty airport. But we'll go outside. You're simply not in an airport. There's like benches, people smoking. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? There's a shack selling beer.
Yeah, Shag
obviously, we're going home. It's like, all right, whatever.
I had two.
All I can describe is, again, this Russian behind the decks.
Bald head, big belly, gorgeous.
Behind the Pringles going like that, playing Jekyll and Torres 2013 in 10 minutes mix. If you've not heard that.
Motherfucking animals. He had like light show going on, like, and like quite a big crowd came out, and everyone was like, we're all getting a flight home here, and we were absolutely fucked. We're underselling it. People were coming out doing lines of cocaine. He got his cock out at one point behind bar, and there was lines of cocaine off his gob. That Russian bloke tried to do it, all fell off.
Put it on floor.
Honestly, I've never had a better airport experience than going home like that. I couldn't help myself. I was like, I'm about to get a Fanta or something. I was like, I love an FS. I'm going.
And I got extra leg room seat for now, all road to my son. And do you know what? It's first time that I've returned from somewhere and gone, do you know what? I enjoyed my son.
Dan, I was going to say, I know about 45 minutes into this podcast, we're not saying out about Guerrero's death, but better than any holiday I've ever been on. Have ones we are, last love you, but we are literally the best time. Usually after like a few days away with mates, like a week away with mates, like fucking hell, I can't be seeing them for a bit. I'm like, can I actually come to yours after this? It's like the best night I've ever had in my fucking life.
It was just nice amount of time, nice amount of things to do, nice Johns and Lees. It was just a nice place.
Oh, we can. We need to mention John and Lily.
Is that?
Hey, Gus and Donald. So the thing about nuclear is, like, you get fucking energy. It's not that dangerous if you really look at it in guns and Donald Trump. So basically, what that means is, we went to this best rated bar in Brussels. It was literally like
On accident.
we went there, and then we had to go to best rated bar.
Oh, right, yeah.
Went to best rated bar in Brussels. I was stood at bar, Dan, vouch for me, 35 minutes. And there was nobody else, and she would have stood there like, what the fuck you want, mate? I'm not getting you a single fucking ounce of alcohol in here, yeah? Fuck off. Everybody else around us had the best time ever. They were like, cheers, eh? Like, all hooked by hands and stuff like that. And I was like, can I please get a drop of bitter? If that's alright. She basically told us to fuck off. So Dan got a rate Hufflepuff, and he was like, right, I'm off. That was me as well. Took a left turn.
Diagonally. You know when he goes diagonally?
Literally. What's he called? Lee and John sat at the bar. This woman was just bringing out...
It was like Leaky Cauldron.
It was like Leaky Cauldron. We just said to her, 3 surprises.
We said, sort me out, daddy.
But she was a mummy and she went... But she just basically went... She went downstairs. She went down for 45 minutes. All she was doing is that fake stare thing. And she came back up. With 3 beers. Put us on the table. Nicest beers you ever had. I will say this about Belgium. It's got some nice tipples.
What about beers?
Although, I will say a bit more on that. Stella. Just Stella.
Yeah, it's really better from Asda.
Yeah, it's
for 12 quid
if
for
you
10
Stella, in general, don't go to Brussels. But don't go to Brussels for Stella because it's not that good. But we met these guys called Lee and John, Nuclear Energy and Wind Energy, and the soundest lads ever. And I'll get them on pod me. Because if you want to hear a podcast about nuclear energy, about these guys when they didn't even know each other.
No, they didn't. We thought they were lifelong friends. It turns out they knew each other 5 minutes longer than we knew them.
They just sat down, had a little chat. We came in, Rowdy Roddy Piper playing bagpipes. And
Both here for work, if you know what I mean. John's playing away. I know what he's like. So that's what we're saying with these Johns.
Do your best, John.
Is that can?
Like,
or John Canadian one or?
No, he's Canadian, but he's also Australian. It was like, fucking hell.
Oh, that's it, mate.
That's all he said. You didn't say all during all conversation. He said, fucking hell, mate. You got it right, haven't you? That's all he did. And then fucking Liam was like, so, John, I hear that, but the thing about your career is, can we get this laid down?
But so the reason we're saying Lee and John is that obviously we started off the bar like an L shape, and we were sat this side, they were there, and obviously we were sort of like a bit quiet, so we were always going to speak.
Sorry about that. Cameras went off about 10 minutes ago.
We're a bit rusty.
We're a bit rusty trombone. So basically, the funniest bit of the Lee and John situation is that for about 45 minutes, me, Dan, and Gaz. We're talking to him, and they finally twigged because they thought that Dan's name was Donald, and Gaz's name was Gus, and they were like, so we got Andy, Donald, and Gus. And that was like 45 minutes. We probably made mates, like we were exchanging each other's phone numbers, going to his like in Texas and that, and they were like, so anyway, Donald. And I'm like, how many of them you had your driving later for your fucking bags?
At about 15, he was like, yeah, I'm just driving later.
It was the bartender knew him, and he was like, I gotta drive later, guys, I can. And she was like, one more, like, that's exactly. It was like, just one small one, if that's okay. And I'm like, what are the drink driving laws in Belgium?
What's she called, like Christella or something?
She
Ortega or something.
Ortega. She called Ortega.
Ortega's.
Do you know what that bar was called? Because I proper want to shout
Brussels
out.
best bar.
BBB.
But yeah, if we can recommend Brussels, because there's no to do, but you just have a good. Don't go for longer than 2 days, please. What a waste of your time that'd be.
No, we've been to Etihad as well, Dan. That was sick.
We saw Haaland break the Premier League record.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
What a historic moment.
And 1,000 goals under Pep Guardiola.
We've seen it all.
We have really seen it all, and I think there, Dan, we've all caught. Oh, baby, all caught. Oh God.
Oh, speaking of that,
Fuck him. Right, I'll call him out. If Jack Mate wants a white collar, I'm fucking here, pal. Simple as. I will fucking...
he's more Alfie's height. I think I'd have to tackle Jack, but I've said it. If I put mine toe, I'm winning white collar boxing.
I agree, but I want a whole different podcast about this.
He's smashed.
If I am smashed, if we put in mine toe, you can fucking achieve out, and I proper really believe that. I mean, I'm really motivated in life, mate. And that means Lee, John, Eddie Guerrero's ashes.
Can you comment if I look Lithuanian in this t-shirt? I feel like I look like you know,
comment down below.
You know Benidorm, when Janice, that Sam or Jack fixes a watch. He's like, Janice, you remember me, don't you? That's me a minute. Yeah.
You don't want to be him, man.
Yeah, but he had like a purple naff shirt on.
Yeah, no, he did, yeah.
Real like skinny, pale, like, well, I'm not skinny at me, you know what I mean? Like,
you were quite fit, if I'm being honest with you. I don't blame you, Janice. Right, Dan, can we get into the meat and potatoes?
What is the meat and potatoes of this one? So, we're back, we've got podcasts.
Can I crack another slapper?
Yeah, if you want, like.
Oh, that first beer, by the way, if you do care about beers, was Schneider Wise Original. And the second beer is an organic wheat beer by Samuel Smith.
It's a nice little wheat and tatey pie. You know what I mean?
And speaking of wheat and tatey.
Yeah, I was getting the wheat of it. And you like this little screen that I've got going on for analysing.
Absolutely love it.
So, guys, we're back. We've all caught up in 10 minutes. What else do you want to talk about, Andy? Before we get into meat.
Oh, before we get into meat?
Maybe I'll do get into meat.
I want to get into meat. If I want to get into meat.
I'm talking about the same dead animal muscle.
Yes.
As in?
Yes.
Right, okay, guys. So, we've had a bit of a catch-up, or a ketchup, if you know what I mean. Shall we just have a quick sip of this beer first?
Yeah, let's do it.
So we're back. Usually, obviously, we'd rate, what's packaging like 10, but I think you know us by now.
Going, guys. We've got Uncle Keith.
In a minute, half of you subscribe because you want to see more Paddy Kenny content.
Shout out to Paddy Kenny. I'll get him back on pod to finally talk about the goal what fucking Aguero scored, and it was like the biggest goal in the world, and we forgot.
To be fair, Paddy is a very good lad.
Paddy's a
soundest and maybe sexist. Cool
nice that taste.
Cool that does taste.
Yeah, Paddy Sanders for. Thanks for subscribing after watching the Paddy Kenny video. It's our most successful video yet. About 200,000 views on.
I wish.
No, back on clips about 200.
Oh right, yeah. No.
And about 150, 160.
It's not that.
And 5.1k views on the YouTube video, and I'm really proud of that. Like, yes, awesome. We haven't done any work for 4 months. It's the most subscribers and views we've ever got.
Look, we're just back bitches, so...
Thanks, Paddy.
Paddy, shout out for that, but again, if you are here to subscribe because you think we're a Paddy Kenny content channel, you're probably right.
Welcome, we are.
To be fair, we are overdue to do another clipping and just bang. We might do one after this.
Yeah, I'll just pay for it.
behind the curtain.
I didn't do it that, actually.
No, we did. For the first one we didn't actually pay. We got absolutely bubble banged. Right, so guys, we've actually got Uncle Keith. I've got Uncle Keith.
I'm really excited about this episode.
Right, so we got executive producer to knock us up. We thought, how can we come back and we've got nothing to talk about? Andy's right. We were 12 minutes in. We've had one camera mishap. We've gone off boil about Keith and Lee. And we've got nothing else to talk about. So what we've got is we've got some beers. We thought, we're always dangerous for. Oh, should we save it for another episode? Oh, we'll save that.
Yes,
Innit?
yes.
You expand upon that, guys.
Yeah,
I'll just get this.
Basically, me and Dan have like proper sick idea. We're recording 4 episodes today because we're proper on a roll. Nike theory, just do it. But we're like, oh, that's actually sick. That's sick. But we'll save it for when we've got like a few more subs than that. So it's like bangs and that.
Which is true now.
Which is true. We've got a few more, but guess what? We're just gonna do is fucking good ideas. So welcome to mine and Dan's childhood, and by that I mean you think you know me. Hiding. Right.
And if you don't know what that means, is right. So essentially, we asked the producer behind the scenes, the man we have in the background playing strings. It's me.
We've now got a producer, by the way.
It's me doing research jokes. We've actually now got a bit of helping hand, and we said, look,
What about
no, you know what I mean. After that, I said right. Look, I said we fancy doing a little bit of podcast on WWE.
I love the way you say. I love the way you
I'm
pronounce your W's.
about WWE. That rolls like WWE.
Me and Dan, growing up, and I'd literally say, I put this off record, the biggest WWE fans in the world.
I think Callum might want to join him, but I'm not interested.
No, he's not. Though.
He's still a fan, right? So I don't care about us in that. I know that Callum's back. I will say it. I got my hands up.
There's no funny. There's someone leaning in going, I know Khalil's back.
I know he's still spacing people's faces who do not want to come.
Wait, Royal Rumble. I'll talk about Khalil for 2 seconds.
Oh, Backlash, weren't it? Great American Bash. You really nailed them.
Yeah, no, you don't know how many times I've stood on a trampoline despite someone's face was not cool.
Linda's, what she like, not again, Andrew.
Do you want to eat dinner, Andrew? That's good enough face for people who don't want. Name me. Right, okay, we've got a lot to talk about WWE. So, can you actually tell them what the episode is?
So we thought, you know what, instead of just talk about WWE, us with WWE, right, I only specifically like 2005, 2008, and then I cashed out. Like Edge, I cashed out.
The second ECW joined, I was like, I'll stick around for a minute,
For 6
and then I was
months.
like, I'm gone. Sorry, lads.
But I'll be honest, for what felt like, it's always that we are going to one about time, which I do after this. Because when you're younger, that's like, you're 8, you've only had 8 Christmases, so like, it's right long till next Christmas and that.
I love where you're going with this.
Honestly, looking back, it felt like I watched wrestling all growing up. But I proper didn't. It was like 3, maybe 4 years tops.
When you became conscious, Eddie Guerrero slipped into your trousers and you were like, right, you're here now, Latino heat, let's go, baby, I'm your pappy. By the way, Dominic, will you leave your dad alone?
Dominic, you're just not big and hard.
Dominic Mysterio has not got the physique of a wrestler. I
Like a Muslim man?
I like a Muslim man in pants. The second Divas come on, I'm not interested.
I think the
you later,
issue with
Divas.
Dominic is that,
Kelly.
one, I don't think he raised his dad, and two,
Ray's definitely his dad.
When wrestlers start to, quite obviously younger than me, I'm like, come on now. I'm not watching you.
No, Don's same age, surely.
Yeah, but I don't look at him wanting. I want old muscly Kurt Angle. I want a grade Randy.
Oh my god.
I want a shaved Keith.
By the way, Kurt Angle's got that dementia now and I'm fucking gutted about him.
Right, so anyway.
Sorry.
Sorry about that, Kurt, if you're listening.
You suck. He'll forget that in a minute.
So, right, remind him in a minute. Right, so we thought we only like this small portion of WWE, and what more than just a nice little 2 truths, 1 lie.
2 truths, 1 lie. 2 true statements, 1 a little bit false about WWE. Specifically, the producer did it from 2005 to 2008.
Only 3 years. I've been alive nearly 27. But specifically, these 3 years are very key. Core memories
These
for
3
me.
years are exactly core memories.
These
Can I tell you one thing I would do anything for? Just really quickly before we get into the potatoes.
Conversation pod.
Yeah, I would do anything for some skin tight like latex pants with Latino heat down them. You know, like proper Eddie Guerrero wrestle wear.
You look smart working them. Right, Catherine, that.
Imagine. And bacon egg, mate. Yeah, no worries. I'm your pappy, Holmes. Rest in peace, though, by the way. My God.
Right, so we've got his first question lined up. 2 truths, 1 lie. We all know how this works.
Can we
Right.
have like a wrestler's intro to each question? Like, you don't know it? You were
Bill?
like, you were like,
Don't out me like that.
you were full like, that's Kurt, you suck.
I will.
You were-
On that, I used to go to Metro every Saturday night. That little bit where it's like, I
Someone's got
don't know if
somebody.
it's still there, to the left near wave pool bit, where you can just like jump off it where it's supposed to. looking back, it's disgusting. I spent every single Saturday night
I know what you've done.
watering my mouth going, Triple H.
Yes!
Maybe that's why my breath's horrible, and I've got loads of fake teeth, but like, that, honestly, every Saturday night I didn't know where around.
Right, so, the first one, Kurt Angle, read the question.
Right, so, Andy, we're both in on this, obviously. I'm the one reading, but we both don't know this.
Play along at home.
Get your scorecard out and your handbag or your pucker pad. Let your man down.
I've got a pucker pad,
Right,
recycled.
so, statement number 1. John Cena won his first WWE Championship at WrestleMania 21.
Don't look at me. I'm trying not to look at you guys.
I mean, on this game's on, I'm like...
But yeah, the issue is, I remember JBL losing to John Cena. John Cena jumped into the crowd with all his homies from New York, I believe.
Edge won the Money in the Bank ladder match twice in a row. Rey Mysterio defeated Eddie Guerrero at WrestleMania 22.
Yes, because that was to get the custody of Dominic. Speak of the devil.
No, it
And
wasn't.
your paps, Eddie versus Ray would have never happened without Dominic.
Number 3 is the fake statement. Rey Mysterio defeated Eddie Guerrero at WrestleMania 22.
Well, are we bickering straight away?
No, but I know that this is...
Are we Ronnie bickering?
Right, can I tell you a funny story? You've just come to mind. We know that in our house we love a car boot at the minute. What's just gone to car boot? My WrestleMania 22 DVD.
You need to have a long, hard look at
Yeah,
yourself,
I know.
Pappy.
And guess what match were on that? When Ray won World Heavyweight Championship in a triple threat versus Randy Orton and Kurt Angle. So for that reason...
Well, hold on. So has Eddie already gone by 22?
Yeah. That's insulting, producer.
That is insulting. Right, can I just say, anybody at home, if you've got any black EG armbands...
Knocking about just like in cut the drawer next to paper clips and safety pins.
or any I'm Your Pappy t-shirts, or any Latino...
Is
I want my hair yellow tipped to be, so I can drop a like, and a little goatee of like, Holmes. Right, so number 3, play along at home.
Oh, are we checking number 3?
Are we checking or are we repping? I'll check on this one, obviously, but...
Number 3, yeah? Number
You've
3.
heard.
That's correct. The lie was, yes, they actually featured at WrestleMania 1. 21. WrestleMania 1. Real like, which sperm like, 619.
Can you read the full thing?
Sperm like, that's correct. Rey Mysterio did not defeat Eddie Guerrero at WrestleMania 22. They actually featured at WrestleMania 21 where Mysterio won the match.
And is that custody of Dominic?
I believe that was just on SmackDown.
Your custody of Dominic's probably like, you don't know. I know Dominic Mysterio's custody.
Right.
Battle.
So here's the next question. Number 1, Batista won the 2005 Royal Rumble match. He did.
I mean, was that where John and Batista went over the top rope and...
Oh.
Okay.
Shawn Michaels retired at WrestleMania 24.
That were 2008.
So WrestleMania 24 was 2008, yeah. Undertaker had an undefeated streak at WrestleMania from 2005 to 2010.
No.
No, no, hang on.
No.
Logistically, that's correct.
No, it's not.
It is.
Brock Lesnar.
2014.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the Undertaker had an undefeated streak at from 2005 to 2010.
Yeah, but that suggested it ended to 2010. Producer, can we get...
Technically, by in the spirit of the game,
I will put
that's
my
correct.
eyes in the back of my head. All the lights go off and I will do this.
What do you think? Well,
Can
we know Batista won't
Can we
rumble.
reread? Can we reread?
Batista won't rumble.
We know
They
that
won't
his
rumble.
foot hit first.
I feel like I know that Shawn. It was Shawn. It was the Heartbreak Kid stick Mark for Shawn and Mark down at Wiki
That's the big issue. I'm like Eddie, Ray, Shawn, John. You know, all the guys.
Sean and Mark face each other for
What's
a retirement match,
the
wasn't it?
show's real name?
Paul.
What?
The best.
That's not Triple H.
I know.
That's live.
Don't know me.
I think it's Paul White.
You got out with a go. I think it's Paul White.
Can we get a fact check on that?
Shawn Michaels retired at WrestleMania 24. That was
Yeah,
against...
I think he's retired at WrestleMania 24. I'm going with option 2, guys. What are you going with at home? Comment down below.
I think he did though. So that's not that was
Yeah, I think
picking
he's
the lie.
retired.
Yeah, we're picking the lie then.
Oh,
He's got to be number
I've just got
3.
the whole game wrong.
He's got for number 3, isn't he?
Yeah.
Even though, by the by, that's incorrect. Oh no. Shawn Michaels did not retire at WrestleMania 24. He actually retired at WrestleMania 26 after losing to The Undertaker in a highly acclaimed match.
In a highly acclaimed match.
It was
in a bona fide slobber knocker.
Oh no.
We're going to let this man.
We're going to let this man.
We're going to do what he's got to do. Player. Where's Teddy Long on his way?
I need producer to knock us up. Need to run down Teddy Long.
Okay. Those 3 people, Dan, I hope you don't mind, I'm just going to go off the bat here. Batista, what's his nickname? Or
I thought you were going to snug Barry Void. Okay, there you go. Batista and Rick.
Shag Mary Void.
Okay.
Dave.
Yeah.
John.
Yeah. Tina.
Sorry, Dave, Sean, and Mark.
Taker, Michaels, and
Yeah.
Batista.
Yeah, you know the first names. That is the shagged, married, avoid. Not married.
Every time I pick another one up in my head, I'm marrying him, then I'm
I
like,
know it's an issue. I want to marry all guy. You know Undertaker's looking after you. You know Mark's looking after you.
yeah, but,
Sean, I think Sean cheats. I think Sean played with me.
yeah, but I won't mind.
Don't be broken by a bit of that. Hey? So look at that.
I want to break my heart.
What about switching music video to me?
But Dave's a good lad.
No, Dave fucks. It is not a married material.
No, but can I say why I think Dave's
Sorry.
marriage material? Since, and this is obviously a bit deluded, since he quit and he's become an actor, he's actually just I know Batista, but I know Dave Bautista. And he's a good lad.
Hate hearing
And he's
you
a good
say it like
lad.
that.
Do you know that there's a story about, and I thought about one of his wrestling mates. I watched
Is he done like something homophobic in his...
Yes.
Yeah. Can you please explain that to the viewer?
Right, lovely stuff. So I love watching them, GQ, 10 things someone can't live without, 10 things explain my tattoos. Dave does one, and he's obviously gorgeous. He's just a really nice, big, cuddly bear. And he's half Filipinian,
Is he?
half American, that's what,
I
yeah.
didn't do that.
Yeah, he's got a lot of this going on, hasn't he? You know, he's like...
Yeah, well, he's olive. I'm getting fried with it.
Dave all it sausage in fact.
What about sausage?
Long story short, he had a tattoo of Summit, and then had it covered up with his something else. That's rape shit explanation.
No, I'm glad they've really tuned in
But,
with this.
but essentially, he was mates with Manny Pacquiao, I think. Wasn't it Manny Pacquiao? I think he was mates with Manny Pacquiao because he's Filipinian connection.
Okay.
And he says something, but then Dave's mum, obviously since she's had Dave, has turned a lesbian. And he said a homophobic comment, so he got the tattoo that meant something with him and Manny Pacquiao, something covered up. Because he didn't support that. And but I think he respectfully went, I don't agree with that. When, we're not mates anymore.
And you know what I can tell about Dave as well, which is why I might marry him.
Mm-hmm.
He felt a connection so strong with Manny that he's actually got ink on his skin. And I feel like, like Sarah were there on Taker.
Yeah.
I think I would be there on
Batista
on Dave's neck.
tattoo.
Just give 1 second while the producer just looks up Dave Batista's tattoo removal.
Yeah. WWE legend actor Dave Batista got rid of Manny Pacquiao tattoo when he found out boxers were extreme homophobe.
One thing I don't like about Dave, he always wears orange tinted sunglasses.
Yeah, this tattoo used to be a team logo. I was part of a team with someone I considered to be a friend and I looked up to. So when I was watching this video, I was like, evolution, it's a mystery. Which one is it? Evolutionism. But no, luckily he said Manny Pacquiao, so it's obviously about real life. But yeah, so used to be good mates.
So if you're listening, Manny Pacquiao, evolve a bit, mate. 2023. And if you want to pick on someone your own size because you will get Batista bombed from the stadium.
Andy, you'd be power for power a good match with Manny Pacquiao.
Oh, me and Manny Pacquiao. You know what? White collar. Manny Pacquiao, I'm calling you out now, son.
You, Jack, mate, Manny Pacquiao, fatal three-way.
That's going to turn into some serious hardcore.
Yes.
So shag, marry, avoid, Dave, Mark, Sean.
I think I'm avoiding Sean.
Because you're going to bury your heart.
I think I'm marrying Mark and I'm marrying Dave and I'm trying
You can't shag Taker once and leave him.
I said, just keep the hat on and the leather coat. Just get home with it.
Imagine when he wants to fuck you, all lights go off. He's in bed, just goes, dum.
Got the light on his knob. We're back.
So we're back. So we're here now, guys. So if you do play along at home, shag, marry, avoid, Dave Batista, Mark Callaway, aka The Undertaker, or the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. That's Dan's predictions.
Right, okay, so here's his next question. 3 out of 5. Right. Statement number 1.
Best thing I've ever done, by the way, we need some more.
Oh, God, yeah. Edge and Randy Orton formed a tag team called Rated RKO.
Fact.
I just wanted all the merch.
Yeah. Oh, no, I hate... We'll get... Oh, but that's a full episode in itself.
And we need to do a tier list of championship belts.
That's what I'm here for. Full episode in
Right.
itself.
The Great Khali won the World Heavyweight Championship in 2007.
It's possible.
John Cena and Batista had a singles match at WrestleMania 23. No.
All those are possible, Dan.
No, John Cena faced Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 23. That's facts.
How do you know your wrestling? You know why, Dan? You know what? I'm going to make a bold statement about Dan. He doesn't know wrestling well, but every Christmas he got bought a WrestleMania DVD or something.
I only ever on 22 and I bought it in Weymouth. Near a charity shop. It cost about 25 quid.
Shag.
Mum went to Weymouth and I got a monkey with like £20 spending money. First day I was there for 2 weeks. First day, 6 weeks on. First day. And here's £20. Didn't even need to eat there for 2 weeks. I just used to look at cover. You got an ice cream, can't afford it.
Right. We've got a lot to talk about here. I've got Shag, Marry, Avoid, and I've also got
Oh, what? Edge, Randy, and...
one of the hardest things.
What?
Edge, Randy Orton.
Why is he turning into this?
I don't know, but it's mint.
Yeah.
Edge, Randy Orton, and John Cena, Shag, Marry, Avoid. And please don't take into account John Cena's sex scene because it were awkward because of other things. And also, remember, 5-knuckle shuffle.
Am I avoiding Edge in all this? Adam?
You avoided Mr. Copeland.
Yeah, but when there's Randy on
He
table...
was at home.
When there's Randy on table...
Yeah, he's married.
Yeah, I won't mind... I didn't find it awkward.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
you can... If you marry Randy, everything comes with that.
I don't want to be finding Randy, I want to be finding Randy. I want to get Randy with Randy.
My dream podcast guest, Randy Orton, Gary Neville, and I'll talk about it in a bit. I ain't got a third one lined up, but them two.
The overlap basically with Randy Orton.
But Gary, fuck off.
What a crossover. It's like moosh.
Right, so forget Shag, Marry, Avoid for a second.
Right, and John, right, so the three statements, let's get on with it. Edge and Randy Orton.
I can't think about Randy Orton naked.
Edge and Randy Orton formed a tag team called Rated RKO. We know that's true, so we can park that. Great Khali won the World Heavyweight Championship in 2007.
Possibly.
And John and Batista had a singles match at 23. I think... No, it is. They did.
So Khali won it in 08.
Yeah, Khali won it in 08.
lock it in.
08. Number 2. That's correct. It was 2008. Right, here's your next question.
Well done, by the way.
We're cooking on ass here. Donkey! Right.
Don't drop back as well. Sorry.
Here's your next question, chief producer. Right. Jeffrey Hardy. Do you think he's actually called Jeffrey? No, producer's not, but...
Dan, you are the leader of a Swanton Bomb. I love your Swanton Bomb technique.
But if I were to go on Britain's Got Talent...
Yeah, Golden Buzzer, that's next coming on.
It would be 8 foot or maybe 12 foot trampoline with the netting outside.
Oh, and that is a big... Comment down below.
No. Right.
Real quite big debate.
No, my
Someone's a bit of a pussy.
No, my trampolining... I didn't have a trampoline, my friends owned a trampoline, and they eventually upgraded to a netting one. But the trampoline that I grew up on was an 8 foot one with 2 foot, like a slice of it, folded over, that had collapsed, and used to obviously like nearly break your leg and stuff.
That's what you need.
I grew up on the streets.
When it comes to Swanton Bomb, you need a brink of death. You don't need the safety net in
Oh,
a net.
no. So,
yes, you can have a cage
my
match.
technique when I was at my friends war, I'd do the Swanton Bomb. If you didn't know, it's sort of like a front flip. And then you sort of like, you have your head back like that, and then you sort of, at the last minute, tuck.
Yeah, tuck.
And obviously, there's a restaurant underneath, there's a lovely man, you land on him, it's all lovely. But on a trampoline...
Often it's a pillow if you haven't got friends like me. I took my trampoline and I did it on a pillow. And what about wrestling?
And they used to fear for my safety because my swanton were like... My tuck were...
Last second.
You know like divers get rated on splash?
Yeah.
I get rated on my tuck. My swanton tuck were perfect.
I almost saw your head perpendicular and then... you're in.
I didn't used to go for my haircut, I just go... That was a trampoline. See you later.
Bush. Right. Sorry, what were the questions again? Because I just can't stop thinking.
Do you know what's hilarious about that? New question popped to wrong producer. I literally said Jeffrey Hardy, went off on one about Swanton Bomb haircuts. Right. Jeff Hardy won the WWE Championship at Armageddon 2008.
He had a glow up in 08, I know that.
CM Punk won the Money in the Bank ladder match twice in a row. Edge and The Undertaker had a Hell in a Cell match at SummerSlam 2008.
Edge and Taker never really came to blows, did they?
And if they did, I wouldn't have thought they were Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam 2008. I think CM Punk did win it twice.
I think it's quite easy, this question. I think Mark and Adam have not scrapped.
I'll be honest with you, the first two questions, I had a lot of knowledge about everything on that. This one, I think they're tailing off to back in 2008, maybe. And I feel like...
I want more 05, I want more Eddie, I want more Ray, I want more Dominic Custody.
I feel like if Jeff Hardy was to win said championship...
Which I think he did.
It feels like Armageddon would be one that would win it. It wouldn't be at SummerSlam.
Where's he won that? SummerSlam?
Armageddon. Just think of the name. Think of Jeff. He's like a... Jeff's more... There's superstars. This is a good video, a good podcast. The superstars that you associate with Raw. Mm-hmm. Superstars that you associate with SmackDown, in there.
Yes!
And Jeff's a Raw.
And excuse me, Taker's SmackDown and Edge is Raw.
Yeah.
So...
No, obviously they were collabs and then they merged the brands and stuff. Okay. But I feel like Jeff Hardy's more like a Raw. Raw might be like your gorillas, where SmackDown like your heroes and your superstars.
Which is why our Friday night,
our team,
I'm Mr. Friday Night.
Yeah, our team SmackDown. So I feel like if he did win it, which I think he did, it would be at Armageddon. It wouldn't be at Great American Bash, which seems to me like a SmackDown pay-per-view because it's like all heroic and I am the real American. Do you know what I mean? Whereas that means like your raw
Are you
nitty
talking about
gritty.
Hulk Hogan versus Shawn Michaels 2006 SummerSlam?
I'm just going to put
Number 3.
number 3. That's correct. Gets in.
We know.
Edge and The Undertaker did face each other at SummerSlam 2008. It was a TLC match, not a Hell in a Cell. It does make sense.
Yeah, Ted Loving Care.
10 living cuddles. Right. Here's the final question from the producer. We can ask him for more.
If you want a part 2, like, comment, subscribe, put the bell on. And what about that bell?
It's nice to know that we will only ever do one part of this.
No, I actually will.
Nobody wants another.
I don't care what anyone wants. This is my dream.
This is my podcast.
Do you mind if I crack another slapper?
No? Right. Okay. Last
Guys,
question.
Sorry, Dan. Can I introduce?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yorkshire Heart. This is a gluten-free beer, so Dan won't do any. If you know what I mean. Sorry, Dan. After you.
Right. Here's the final question. Randy Orton formed a faction called Legacy with Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase.
He did.
He did. I won't lie.
No, there's no.
He did.
And also, AEW, I don't give a shit about. Is that Cody's?
I think there's another podcast in this in its own because AEW
Are
popped
we a
up.
WWE podcast? Are we Between the Ropes?
Are we the squared circle? Because AEW popped up and I feel like everyone's back on WWE. Because like, mentioned Cody Rhodes, yeah, but
He's back on dubs.
Cody Rhodes was never a big thing when we watched it, was he? It might have been after we stopped watching
No,
it.
it wasn't. It was like Cody Rhodes maybe at his peak would face Carlito.
Dolph Ziggler.
Or maybe Dolph. You know, those kind of guys.
But
By the way,
now...
Dolph is definitely a shaggy if it comes to shaggy.
But now he's like this main guy, isn't he? Cody. But he's got grey hair and stuff, so maybe all that's
Yeah,
all
but
changed.
he's really changed. He's like, I think he does cocaine.
Cody Cocaine Rhodes, you know what it's like. Right, okay. So Randy Orton formed a faction called Legacy with Cody and Ted. We know that's facts. Ted DiBiase, the
Where's
$1
Ted
million man.
DiBiase these days?
Well, isn't Ted DiBiase is his son, isn't it Ted DiBiase Jr.? Because Randy Orton had a dad that did wrestling, didn't he?
Legacy.
Randy Orton.
And who's Rhodes' dad?
Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, I don't know Dusty.
That is
No,
on
I know
par with
Dusty.
me saying
I know Dusty.
Big Show's name wrong.
I know Dusty.
Well, 1 for 1. Right. Batista won the World Heavyweight Championship WrestleMania 23. He did. Facts against John.
Okay.
The Miz won the first season of NXT in 2010. You lost me. I asked for 2008. I asked for the cut-off to be 2008.
You did. Also,
I
The
wouldn't
Miz,
know.
No,
The Miz won mainline SmackDown.
no, The Miz. The Lies number 3. The Miz came through on like this show.
His own show.
It wasn't NXT.
No, he did like interviews on like Raw, didn't he?
Put number 3, and I don't give a shit.
That's incorrect. I need to produce check his sources. Right. Batista did win the 20. Right.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Hold on here, guy. Can we get every...
Listen, there's a technicality based on. We did get producers send us a practice question, see if he knew what we were on about and researching.
Okay.
Batista did win a championship at WrestleMania 23, but it was the WWE championship, not the World Heavyweight. And our producer got his sources
I
wrong.
didn't know that Batista wore that WWE belt with pride.
What, the spin?
Batista's always been... When you look at Batista, it's a world heavyweight
He's got
champ.
isn't there like an actual name for the World Heavyweight
That's another
championship?
thing. What wrestler do you associate with what belt?
I think we need to get into that straight after this.
Are we doing that thing where we put off episodes because it's awesome, or should we just do it on this one?
No, because we had 5 minutes.
Oh, that's perfect. Right, guys, thanks for listening.
Cheers for that.
Just enough for the ad revenue to come in. And I mean that, totally joking, no subscribers. And everybody's pissed about that. We've got to drive home after this, mate.
Just enough to send Phil back to Base Central to purchase more beer with our money.
I appreciate you getting these beers for us. Thank you so... Are we done, by the way?
Yeah, we haven't rated
Can
them.
we recap questions? No, there's no point.
We haven't rated them, but we just that was a bit of a mishmash. Recording's gone off. I don't know if that's recording. I don't know if this is recording, but we're back. We're putting this one out. If
This
you
is the
enjoy
podcast
it,
we've ever done, by the way.
we've got more stuff coming. Just enjoy it, man.
What about stuff coming? Thanks. Listen to me, though. If you are watching this now...
As if they're all in the background, like cooking the tea, not listening, like, oh, it's a surprise.
if you are listening, at this
Don't
point,
let this man.
we are genuinely, I'm not even capping now, we need a few more subs to proper get this on the road now, because like things have happened. We've took time off for some reason, we've banged.
We didn't buy these for no reason.
Please subscribe, because we can actually get on the road. And also, I think this might be a Spotify exclusive, so please press that follow button on Spotify, because we've actually got more followers on Spotify than I thought. We've got a fair fucking few.
We've got 4 instead of 3.
we've got 7. Now, we've actually got a few, so please do that. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want more WWE themed stuff, just fucking tell us, man.
On this day, let this man.
Alright, cheers Lee, cheers John.
All best
Ring that bell down.
I've missed that. Bell went, not on it, or what?
See ya.
Cheers, lads.